Wait. Don't go anywhere, okay? Somebody asked a question and I'm about to answer it. So don't go anywhere. Let's go. All right. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. How are you today? Let's get to it. Why do I go live Monday through Friday? Let's put my clock on the camera. There we go. Why do I go live Monday through Friday, y'all? It is simple. It's because you always keep asking me questions. You DM me, you emailing me, you texting me, you calling me, asking me questions about health, asking me questions about relationships, asking me questions about marriage, about kids, because y'all know I'm doing all of that, right? But keep asking me questions. I'm super excited about today, about the question that I have to answer today. It made me do some research, and I love researching my industry for sure. So the questions, keep asking. You can catch me here at 12 p.m. Monday through Friday, going live, answering your questions. And on Saturdays and Sundays, there'll be a recording, but it's 12 p.m. We are on all social media sites except of LinkedIn, I believe, and TikTok at this present time. I gotta, I guess, get on LinkedIn a little bit more before they give me live permission to go over there. So we're gonna work on that for the month of March. But definitely, you can catch me here. All right, so let's get to the episode. So the question is, how many healthcare staffing agencies in the United States? Episode 138. So I'm super excited because it's episode 138, but this is my field. I love this, right? So how many healthcare staffing agencies in the United States? I'm gonna give you three answers to answer your question. Thank you for whoever answered this question, and let's go to it. The first answer is going to be, according to Google, when we looked it up, it was 11,957. So I honestly think it's way more than that because you have the big corporations like AMN Healthcare, Aya Healthcare, Favorite Healthcare, CHG, CHG Healthcare, Jackson's Healthcare. These are your big organizations that's been around for a couple of years. And I say a couple, about 2 or 3 decades. Some of them 3 decades, some of them for 2 decades, meaning 20 years or more. What they do is they go around, right, to little healthcare staffing agencies that just established, like mom and pop facilities, literally, and they see what clients they obtain, they see how much revenue they got, they see how much staff, they see what is their principles, what's their methods, and then they say, hey, I'll offer you this amount of money for your staffing agency. So I honestly think it's more than 11,957 in the entire United States, because the fact that these big companies do this. And when these big companies do this, right, they usually leave the name of the company that they purchase, especially if that name is like branded in that area. And people like, oh no, I'm not working for AMN because they don't pay much. I'm going to work for top of the line healthcare staffing, not knowing that top of the line healthcare staffing may have been purchased by AMN, but AMN is allowing me to still practice with top of the line healthcare staffing, y'all. It's crazy, but it happens all the time. And then you be looking like, well, why my check coming from AMN? Why my check coming from AMN? And you'd be like, all right, but I'm working for top of the line staffing. And sometimes they actually have it where the checks don't come through them, where everything still looks like the original company and the big company is getting paid. All right. So I can't say be aware because it's been happening for so long. Most billionaires, not most, all billionaires know that in order to hit that realm, you got to start acquiring things. And this is what the big guys do, y'all. They literally go around buying little staffing agencies like yours. So this is why I tell people this is a very lucrative business. And if you just get tired of it, you just like, I just don't want to do it anymore. I am done with healthcare staffing. All you have to do, literally, all you have to do is sell it. You can sell it to the big boys, right? The big boys have been around. They're not going around. They're not going anywhere. They've been in these relationships for decades with these hospitals and nursing homes. And these hospitals and nursing homes, they done built this reputation. So here I am coming in with my agency 3 years strong, and I am going to be in there with big people, period, right? With the big guys. So I want to say women too, because we got some women running a company as well. But I'm gonna be in there. So it's going to take me some decades, but I'm gonna be in there. Every breath I got, I'm going to be in there every day, operating on it, working it, right, to get to that big one. So according to Google, y'all, when I looked it up, and I try to use my automation, my chat GPT, and it was like, I just can't give you that number. And I'm like, what is chat GPT for? But it's okay. Maybe I didn't feed it right. Okay. So according to Google, there's 11,957. I don't think that's true because of the big boys coming in buying the other staffing agencies that still operate in their own name. Okay. So let's see. The question is, how many healthcare staffing agencies in the United States? So this is long. I wrote all this. All right, wait a minute. How many healthcare staffing agencies in the U.S.? It says 40 healthcare staffing firms account for 70% of the $1 billion revenue. Yes, so I did write that. And the reason why I wrote that, because this is very, very important, right? Out of 11,000, according to Google, right? According to Google, there's 11,957 of these healthcare staffing agencies in the United States, but only 40 of them take up 70% of the $1 billion revenue. Meaning, prime example, all right? So I believe, where's my calculator? Where is my calculator? Because y'all, I like numbers. I love numbers. The billion, as of last year, 2023, healthcare staffing generated $62.1 billion. Okay. Oh, how can I do this? 62.1. Let's see. That's 6 million. That's 62 million. Here we go. $62.1 billion they generated. 40 companies, 40 companies, right? They made 70% of that. So times 0.7, 40% of those companies, I mean, not 40%, 40, the number 40. 40 companies made $43,470,000,000. Okay. Just 40 companies. Now, according to Google, there is 11,957 agencies, but only 40 made $43,470,000,000. Okay. So if I take that away from 62 billion, 62.1, so 62.1 billion, that means $18.6 billion was spread amongst. All right, let's get the number. We got 11,957 minus 40. That means 18.6 billion was spread amongst 11,917 healthcare staffing agencies. This is why I say healthcare staffing is so lucrative. 40 facilities made up for 70% of that $62.1 billion revenue that was brought in last year just from healthcare staffing alone. And yet 11,000 still had an option to tap into $1 billion pool. It's like there's no other industry that is giving you access to billions like this. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know the other numbers, but it just makes so much sense to build a healthcare staffing agency, get into this, because number one, as a healthcare staffing agency owner, I know that I was amongst that 11,917 that helped to build that 18.6 billion. But then I was also amongst that 40 that helped them build that 43 billion. Why? Because I have what we call vendor management contracts. And those big companies that I just named you, they say, hey, look, we got this big contract we can't fill. Now, can you help me come fill it? I like the way you are doing. Since you won't let me buy you, can we work with you and you help me fill it? And we make them look like they're staffing it, but it be our agency. So either way, I am in both pots. And this is what I love about healthcare staffing. You don't never have to be counted out. There is truly a sisterhood and brotherhood in healthcare staffing. One goal is to take care of patients. One mission is to take care of patients, right? And so you get to do that, really taking care of patients, but still messing with the whole pot. Both ways. You're not excluded if you strategize right. Let's say that right. Because some people just don't want to do strategies and some people just don't want to do the work. Some people just expect things to just happen and they don't want to do the work. Y'all been putting in work. I mean, I've been putting in days and nights and sometimes like, I feel like I'm just losing my mind, Jesus. But I don't want to speak that to myself. But what I'm saying to you is 11,000, according to Google, remember this is Google, 11,957 healthcare staffing agencies in the United States. Only 40 of them got the 43 billion. 11,917 got the 18.6 billion. Okay. It doesn't matter where you are in healthcare staffing. There is a strategy where you can utilize both pots. All right. So you just got to decide. All right. So the next one was how many healthcare staffing agencies in the United States? Oh, I put just me. So this is my mentality, period, right? We got 3 minutes on the clock, so I'm gonna hurry up and go. It's just me. In this whole industry, it is just top of the line healthcare staffing. And the reason why is because I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration. I've always practiced collaboration in everything I've done, and it's very, very successful. I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration. And that's why when it comes to healthcare staffing, it's just me and every other one of these healthcare staffing agencies out here. I feel like they are either teachers or mentees that I can learn from, or they can learn from me. And we can grow on this one goal, this one mission, this one path, which is making sure that patients have accountable, professional, compassionate medical professionals taking care of them when the door is closed and it's nobody there but that medical professional and that patient, right? And if people just start thinking about just this part, I am not in competition with anybody. I am in collaboration with everybody, because if God built me for competition, then I wouldn't be made in the image of him. Who does God compete with? If we made in his image, why are we competing? Why aren't we collaborating? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, in how many healthcare staffing agencies in the United States? Just me, top of the line healthcare staffing. All right, so let's get to it. Episode 138. How many healthcare staffing agencies in the United States, y'all? We talked to Google. They said 11,957. 40 of them, 40 healthcare staffing firms, they made up 70% of the $1 billion revenue that was created last year alone. And just me, no competition, right? All collaboration. So as always, why do they call me CEO 3 times, y'all? It's simple. Everybody's a CEO 3 times. You're bossing in your life, your community. You're bossing your kids, y'all. You are literally bossing your job or, your business. Like you're bossing it. Everybody's a CEO at minimum of 3 times in their life. So keep being a CEO, right? Keep taking care of yourself. I said this because me and my husband had 3 companies, right? Our first company is called Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing, where we staff medical professionals in hospitals, doctors' offices, and nursing homes. Then we have TLTLHS, Heart to Go Inc. This is our nonprofit. This is the baby that takes care of our medical professionals. And then we have the real Alisa Applewhite Consulting, that has brought you questions and answers live, where I answer your questions and your answers live. So make sure you are DMing me, texting me, emailing me so we can get those questions on the roster, y'all. We are over 200 questions the last time I looked, which I think was this morning. And it just keeps growing. So please keep asking questions, y'all. I'm gonna give you straight honesty. I ain't got time for fluff. I don't waste none of my time. If I'm gonna talk about something, I'm gonna give somebody something that's going to feed them, and y'all can figure out the rest along the way, right? You can choose to work with me or not choose to work with me. It's totally up to you. But when I open my mouth, I promise God that I'm gonna give information that people can utilize at that moment. Okay. So we literally teach everyday people how to build a healthcare staffing agency from scratch. And I'm super excited because one of my mentees that started with me in December of 2023 has got them a huge hospital contract in Georgia. So I'm super excited about that one. I cannot express this enough, y'all. The determination that people have is different. It just hits different. You got to be consistent. You got to follow the path. This is somebody who doesn't even have a healthcare background. And I'm just super excited because the consistency always shows the win. It always shows. All right. So let's see what we got. Make sure you are following me on all social media platforms. The Real Alisa Applewhite. Again, that's The Real Alisa Applewhite. Follow me on all social media platforms. Y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel now. We want to give a shout out to, let's see, with somebody, Shrey, Sobug. How are you? Thank you. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I believe you are because you keep sending me YouTube snatch that you need to fix. And then we have Miss Melanel.love. Oh, Michelle, welcome back, boo. How are you? All right, we got Michelle in the room. One of my students that I absolutely love. I hope everything is well and the baby is doing well. Like I'm already trying to give you another child. So go subscribe to the YouTube channel now, y'all. We discussed this yesterday. As of this Friday, next Friday, so March Madness, me and my husband, we are getting together and we are working with all business owners. It's not just healthcare staffing. Only thing we're going to do on Fridays is target getting clients, period. So we are doing from 9:15 a.m. because y'all know I'm in my morning meetup group. I'm not giving that time up. That's my time. 9:15 a.m. on Fridays until 1 p.m. on Fridays, where you can literally come with us and learn how to target clients, specific clients. Like that's what we're going to do on every Friday in the month of March, and it's called March Madness. So me and my husband is double teaming to make people to make the call to get the client. Period. Right. So if you would like to join, and if you are not one of my previous students, it is $4.97. Reach out to me, DM me on Instagram if you are interested. If not, please let somebody else know because we're only taking a limited amount of students. If you are my student, if you have paid for some service from me, you come completely free. This is the loyalty that I do for my students. I absolutely love them. I want to see them succeed. Even if you already have clients, come get this free training. All right. So if you are my students and you pay services from me, reach out to my team, email us, DM us on Instagram to get you in this group, to get you on the roster, because we're only taking a certain amount of number every Friday in the month of March, right? This is madness. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot. This is straight madness. $497 is a steal. But I'm not calculating how much money I'm missing. I'm going to show up like I promised I will show up. All right. So I absolutely love y'all. I cannot express this enough. I'm so grateful that God has allowed you to be here with me today. I'm so grateful that you're breathing. I'm so grateful that you're here and listen to me when I say this to you. Nobody loves you like God. I remember going through a lot of issues, especially after having my children, because I didn't believe that Black people could have postpartum depression. And I went through an episode where I did have depression, and my doctor told me I had depression. And instead of me addressing it, I did some very drastic stuff in my life that almost cost me my life. So, this is how I know that God is real. This is how I know that God is here, because I'm still here. It's a lot of stories in my life that will be in my memoir, for sure. That is where I'm going to spill everything. And I hope that people just gain the strength from it to understand that even if you go down this road or that road, right? God is still amazing. So nobody loves you more than God. And this is how I know. My kids don't love me more than God. My husband don't love me more than God. My mom, my dad, nobody loves me more than God. And this is how I know that nobody loves me more than God, because God is the only one that every morning can say to me, Alisa, breathe and have life today, so you can be amongst the people that love you, right? So you can go and spread my word, right? So nobody can give me breath. My husband will give his life for my life, but it still won't guarantee me to come back, right? So this is how I know, from working in healthcare for so many years and people crying and begging and pleading and doing deals with, attempting to do deals with God to bring their loved ones back. And they can't, right? So this is how I know God loves me more and more and more and more every day, because it's the only one. God is the only one that can say, wake up, my child, breathe again, and go be amongst this garden that I created. All right. So I absolutely love you, y'all. Please stay motivated. This is the weekend. Go enjoy yourself. I don't advise people to drink anymore. I just think it's a good way to spend your money on people and also kill your kidneys. You're gonna be thanking me later when you trying to go to the bathroom and all of a sudden you starting to dribble. You right, and you things ain't working like they used to work. That's because you're killing your kidneys. You're killing your bloodline. Okay, so stop it. Go and enjoy some time. Hug the people you love. Spend time with people you love. Get to work. Don't be trying to make excuses on why things ain't working. It ain't working because you ain't working it. Just that simple. All right. So let me leave you with that millionaire mindset. Oh no. We're doing a book this month. Y'all gonna see the book every day this month. I'm committing to this. We're doing a book. I want to sell a bunch of books this month. Let's go. All right. Let's go. All right, family, I need for you to order your book, right? We're going to make the call to get the client. This is the book on how to create 7 figures in your business, right? So it's make the call to get the client. Make sure you have ordered your book or you're ordering your book, right? You don't want to miss the tips in this book. You find out so much stuff to help you take your business to the next level. So click the link at the bottom. Let's make this call. Let's get to this bag, y'all.